the survivors that worked with us at the Holocaust Center were all survivors who were willing to share their stories. Many of them didn't talk about it until um, probably 30 years after the Holocaust. Um, the the film Shoah, when Shoah came out, that opened up doors for people, more so for liberators said, we have to tell the story, because also Holocaust denial, when Holocaust denial started, the liberators said, we need to know, share that we are witnesses. For the most part, the survivors like you're talking about who won't share their stories are the survivors who are pretty much in their apartments, not going out, not socializing, not being part of. And our experience was not that. I did not meet too many people, too many survivors who would not tell their story, which is not to say there weren't those people, but they didn't come forward. They didn't connect with the Holocaust Center in any way. They were like, I'm not interested. This happened then. I don't want to talk about it. So that's not been my experience. I did once when I went to Cleveland, um, my mother was in an assisted living facility, and there was a woman who she was friends with who was a Holocaust survivor. And I was with my cousin, and I was just curious to know the woman's experience. And so we were sitting at a table with my mom, my cousin, this woman, myself. And I just said, will you tell me about your experience? And she started yelling at me, and she said, you just want entertainment. You don't need, and my cousin said, no, she's a Holocaust educator. She's really interested. This woman was like so impossible. I said, it's okay. I don't need to know. And that was the end of it. But unfortunately, that has not been our experience. The Holocaust Center, I don't know now, but when I left at the end of 2011, had already recorded 2,500 interviews. And at one point, when Steven Spielberg became interested in starting to do that, two people from California came, and our center helped train them on interviewing Holocaust survivors. We had the largest standardized self-produced collection in the country, so it was very scholarly. When a Holocaust survivor would be interviewed, he or she would start with prehistory and go, there was just a set standardized questionnaire. Steven Spielberg's interviews are pretty much, they let the survivor talk. There's not very much guidance.